Shalom, Israel. This is Isaac PK on the Command General Hunter Slide, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach the true nationality of the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American according to the Bible. Tonight is Brotherhood class, Tuesday night Brotherhood class, and we're going to go into some very important things that need to be understood about the conditions that our people in. You know what I'm saying? The name of the class is Separation is the Key to Salvation from Your Enemy, right? Because in order to get salvation, you have to be free of having enemies and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai said he's going to give us salvation from our enemies. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of Christian dogma, if you listen to them, you really ain't going to know what's going on for the most part. But you know what I'm saying? Our people is like the most passionate people it is when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the Most High. You know what I mean? Our people is the most people that's really, you know what I'm saying, involved with some kind of spirituality, some kind of belief, you know what I'm saying, whether it's true or not, you know what I'm saying, whether it's for them, from them, or not, you know what I'm saying. I believe every single religion that there is on earth is probably a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And we don't realize that we are a separate people. You know what I'm saying? That's what the word holy means. The word holy means separate. In order to be separate, you can't be joined with any other people to be a separate people, to be a holy people. You know what I'm saying? Like in like a month or so from now, they're gonna be celebrating Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people celebrate things that they don't even know what it means, what it stands for, where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand why they doing it. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, well, my grandma been doing it since I was little, so I'm gonna do it too. You know what I'm saying? She got it from her grandma. They got it from their grandma. But if you remember, back in those days, it was against the law for us to even read. You know what I'm saying? When I say us, I mean the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Especially the so-called Blacks. It was against, you know what I mean, the law for us to read. So how can your ancestors or your great-grandmama and all them understand the Bible if they never could read? You know what I'm saying? So tonight we're going to go into the importance of separation. You know what I'm saying? Because our people, like I said, I'm going to read the scripture. This the book of Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to start with 1, right? The book of Romans chapter 10 verse 1. And it reads, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God of Israel is that they might be saved, right? You know what I'm saying? The God of Israel. So we ain't gonna try to put any other people in there. We just heard of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The God of it say his heart desire and prayer to the God of Israel that they might be saved, right? Verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. So everybody can bear record that these so-called Christians, you know what I'm saying, and all these different denominational churches have some kind of zeal for the Most High because they wouldn't be in the church or they wouldn't be trying to read the Bible and understand it for themselves because that's what the pastor tells them. You know what I'm saying? You read the Bible and whatever understanding the Lord give you, then it's what it is. But that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? You have to be taught by the men of the Lord, right? So we all bear them record that they have a zeal for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Even that woman with the big hat on in church, she have a zeal for the Most High because she paid all that money to go into church to look good. You know what I'm saying? I would say it's for the Most High, but could be for the pastor. You know what I'm saying? Or could be for the pastor's wife. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what it's for. You know what I mean? They could be in a real hat competition in their church. But you know what I'm saying? But if they knew the knowledge of why they should be serving the Lord, they won't be in this church at all because they understand that their church is not helping them do anything the Lord wants them to do. It's not teaching them anything or anything of that matter. So I bear witness that they do have a zeal for the Most High. And I'm saying this because we all, you know what I'm saying, once upon a time, even if in this truth, unless you were born in the truth, you know what I'm saying, Most High in Christ, I know that's a beautiful thing. But if you weren't born in this truth, or you not having received the truth yet, it's important that you get this knowledge, because if you don't have this knowledge, then you'll jump out the frying pan into the fire, they say. You know what I'm saying? You'll leave one BS religion for another BS religion. You know what I'm saying? Because all religions are BS. The Most High God didn't give us a religion. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that, right? So we have a zeal for the Most High, but it's not according to knowledge. Because you have our so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans still marching for 60, 70 years now, still marching and asking for justice. No justice, no peace. Hands up, don't shoot. You know what I'm saying? I can't breathe. They doing all this, and they might be doing it in good faith because they love their people. But if you see those Martians right beside these brothers and sisters that's tired of seeing their brothers and sisters being killed, you see their oppressors marching right beside them. You know what I'm saying? You see the same people that they're complaining about getting killed, you see the same people marching with them. So, you know what I'm saying? And I always think of what I heard a brother say, you know what I'm saying? The lion and the gazelle are enemies, right? A lion is not gonna agree to go with the gazelle and have peace, because soon as that lion get hungry, you know what I'm saying, on your head he go. You know what I'm saying? Soon as that lion get hungry, that gazelle gonna start looking like a rack of lamb to that lion, because they are natural enemies. You know what I'm saying? That gazelle is not finna go take this lion around all the other gazelles and say, look, this is a good one. He finna help us tell the other lions, stop killing us and chasing us. We tired of running from these lions. Y'all scaring us. So this lion here gonna go with us, where all the other lions at, and tell them that we is not finna stand for them lions chasing these gazelles no more. We got a lion with us and they supporting us. You know what I'm saying? That would never happen, because that gazelle knows that that lion is his enemy. And if he see his enemy coming, he better haul ass. He better go ahead on about his business. But our people not knowing that this is our enemy, they still feel as if they could, you know what I'm saying, somehow change it. You know what I mean? They can somehow, it's a few good ones. He's not like that. He's not one of them. She's is nice. She likes us. You know what I'm saying? But when push comes to shove, her people hate you. And when it all boils down, she's going to go to her people. You know what I'm saying? We need to do what the Most High says to do. And the only way you know that is if you come to the ISUPK and you get to understand it. So let's read up on our oppressor, right? Let's see who our oppressor is. Because a lot of people don't know who our oppressor actually is, because they don't read the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been taught. Or, you know what I'm saying, sometimes they be too prideful and feel like they know a lot already. And you can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for 30 years, you know? So let's read up on who our oppressor is, a little bit of who our oppressor is, right? Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 25, and we're going to start at verse 1, right? Because we need to find out who our oppressor is. You know what I'm saying? Book of Genesis, chapter 25, we're going to start at verse 21, right? And it reads, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, right? Because she was barren. Now, barren means that she haven't had a child, right? Or she's unable to conceive. And the Lord was entreated of him, right? And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. You know what I'm saying? They were struggling. They were fighting. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? Meaning that if the Lord, you know what I'm saying, blessed us with these children, why am I feeling like this? Why is this going on in my stomach if it's of the Lord, right? And she went to inquire of the Lord, right? So she asked the Lord what's going on. So this is what the Lord tells her. Y'all pay close attention to this, right? It says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. Now, what does 2 nations mean? You know what I'm saying? 2 nations are, well, let's read it and then we'll you know what I'm saying, because the answer is the next line, right? It says 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So it's 2 nations in her womb. It's 2 manner of people in her womb, and they're gonna be separated soon as they come out, right? Two different nations, 2 manner of people is in this one woman's womb. They are twins, what we'll call it today, right? It's like, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So now, right here, a lot of us don't know this is the birth of the so-called black people and the so-called white people, because we're not really black. You know what I'm saying? I usually have on black, but I'm the color of my jacket. My jacket is brown. I'm a little lighter than my jacket, but I'm not black at all. This Bible is black. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on this earth is actually the color black. Now, you got some Africans that got pretty close. You know what I'm saying? They were practicing a song, but nobody on this earth is really black, right? So what we got to understand is the Bible is showing us the creation of these 2 nations, right? And it says the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Now we all know which people is stronger than the other people. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the birth of 2 nations of people, the so-called blacks and the so-called whites. Now you might be naive and say, well, there's some strong white men out there, whatever. Cause you know if you let one of them niggas go on 2 or 3 of them white boys, then nigga probably kick shit out of them unless they been trained or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point. The point is that it's 2 nations of people in her womb, right? Verse 24. It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, right? So they are twins in her womb, right? So they was already fighting. These 2 manner of people was already fighting inside her womb before they was even born, right? You know what I'm saying? Verse 25. But remember it said now, the older shall serve the younger, right? So when you got twins, the first one come out is the oldest one. You know what I'm saying? So the older gonna serve the younger. So 25, it said, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. Now let's go back over this verse. The first came out red, right? This is not red. You know what I'm saying? This is not black either. This is brown. You know what I'm saying? And no people on earth is the color of this paper. So what color is our oppressors really? If you make them happy, they will turn red. Maybe not this dark, but I just seen them get pretty close to this. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor come out red because they are red. You make them happy, sad, excited, mad, whatever it is, they turn red. They call themselves rednecks. You know what I'm saying? They are not white. If you ever see a newborn white baby come out, he looks like a little baby devil, with a little red with the horn and the little tail on it. You know what I'm saying? Those are our oppressors, right? So, okay, it said the first came out red all over like an hairy garment. Now, everyone know that our oppressor is probably the hairiest men on earth. They get her on the back of their kneecap somewhere. They just have her everywhere. You put our oppressor in the house for 2 months without a razor, it'll come out looking like a werewolf. You know what I'm saying? And I'm that's not joking. You know what I'm saying? He'll come out looking like a werewolf, right? And they called his name Esau. Okay, let's read on. It says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold to Esau's heel, right? Because you have to remember they was struggling in the womb. And it's like Esau was trying to run, but Jacob been there trying to get him some more in on him. Esau like, nigga, you running. Grabbed his heel, like, come on back up in here. So they pulled Jacob up out the womb. I mean, Esau out the womb. Jacob had his heel, like, they won too. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get it on some more, right? So it said after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold to Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bore them, right? Isaac was 80. 80 is 20. You know what I'm saying? So Salakia, a score is 20. 80 is 60 in all. Salakia. Okay, so it says, verse 27. It said, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Now, you remember I said Esau came out red all over, and I said he was an oppressor, right? Right here it says Esau was a cunning hunter. Now, besides any people on the planet, on the face of this earth, who hunts more than the so-called white man? Who got pictures standing on top of elephants? Who got deer heads and alligator heads and alligator tails and all kind of animal heads all around their wall? Don't nobody live like that with our so-called oppressor. Bear skin rugs. You know what I'm saying? Who does that? The crocodile hunter. You know what I'm saying? The crocodile hunter. You ain't finna pay no brother to hop in no lake and wrestle no crocodile. Long as they got 30 rounds, long as they got extendos, you is not finna catch no nigga wrestling with no alligator. Period, point blank. You ain't finna barely get a nigga to swim in somewhere other than the swimming pool. Cause I ain't never swim nowhere but the swimming pool. You know what I'm saying? Esau was a cunning hunter. Nobody hunts like Esau, right? And even more than that, nobody hunts like Esau. Esau just don't hunt animals. Esau hunt people. Esau been hunting niggas for since a nigga knew how to run. You know what I'm saying? Shit like it. But Esau have been hunting niggas for 400 years, man. Let's go to let's hold this right here. We're gonna go to the book of Lamentation right quick. You know what I'm saying? About this hunter. Because it's going on right now today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to the book of Lamentations. We're gonna go to chapter 4, and we're gonna read verse 18 right quick. You know what I'm saying? It says, we're gonna go to 17 first. The book of Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 17. It said, as for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. What does this mean? As for us, our eyes has yet, Slakia, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. Because when you're marching with those oppressors and you're thinking that that's going to help you, when you hands up, don't shoot, when you all this and you're doing all this and you thinking the oppressor is going to actually help us, it's all in vain. It's vain help. You know what I'm saying? That means vain means it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? In vain help, right? I'm finna keep reading. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We're asking help from these people, and these people cannot save us. Why they can't save us? Because it's only a few acting like they want us to be saved. It's only a few because it's millions upon millions of so-called white people in this earth, and if they really wanted to change the way we was treated in America, it would happen. You know what I'm saying? They would boycott their job. They would everything would stop moving. If one more of these so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans die by the hands of us, then we're not going to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're not driving the bus. We're not driving the airplane. But they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Let me read the scripture again for you. It said, as for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. There's not going to help us. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, right? Verse 18, they hunt our steps. Esau is a cunning hunter. Right here it says, they hunt our steps, that we could not go in our streets. Example, they hunt our steps so we could not go on our streets, right? The first example I can think of is Rodney King. You know what I'm saying? You might say they weren't hunting Rodney King. Rodney King did this and they pulled him over. But according to what them police did to Rodney King, they wanted to do that. These oppressors beat Rodney King so bad for so long, they was getting tired. They was taking breaks. You know what I'm saying? They was taking breaks. That's how long they were beating Rodney King. You know what I'm saying? It's like our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come, right? Because this is kind of, it's kind of crazy that we will think that the people that have been hating us for so long will actually say, okay, we're tired of killing you. Y'all go ahead on. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor kills everything that lives. No one has as much blood on our oppressor's hand. I mean, it's like don't nobody have as much blood on their hands than our oppressor. Our oppressor is a cunning hunter. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to Genesis now. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to Genesis. What was that? Genesis 25 verse. We're gonna go to 28 now. It said, and Isaac loved Esau, right? But it's like because he did eat his vixen. But Rebecca loved Jacob. So like, let's go back to 27. I don't think I finished 27. Let's go back to 27. It said, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, right? A man of the field. Like you remember, I said all the elephant heads and deer heads and all that hanging around the wall. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. You know what I'm saying? Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Like, you know, the so-called blacks, we chill out. We kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing all that extra nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just want to party, sit back, play spades, play dominoes or something, play some chess. You know what I'm saying? We chill out. We ain't with all that ice fishing and doing all this skydiving and cliff hanging, and we ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go higher in the earth than I can jump. You know what I'm saying? That's high as I want to go. I ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Jacob was a plain man that dwelled in tents, right? It said, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his vixen, because Esau was a cunning hunter. Esau coming back with all kind of good little meat for Isaac. You know what I'm saying? Isaac liked that. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you Esau won't bring back no pig. I guarantee you it wasn't no pork on Isaac's plate when Esau came back. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you that. But anyway, it said, but Rebecca loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed pottage, right? And Esau came from the field and he was faint. You know what I'm saying? He hungry, right? And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage. For I am faint, therefore was his name called Edom, right? Edom, because he, you know what I'm saying? Edom means wasted away, right? But he wanted that raw meat, you know what I'm saying? We don't eat raw meat. What people on earth eat raw meat? That's another one of the names too. Esau is also named Edom or Edomite or Idumea, you know what I'm saying? So what people on this earth love raw meat? Me, myself, personally, my food have to be well done. I don't want the bloody in the middle. I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? You can barely fry a steak and our oppressor will kill that steak. Just like it is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a part of their characteristics. They're just showing you that these are the people that this Bible is speaking of, right? It says Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee. You know what I'm saying? With that same pottage for I am faint, therefore was his name called Edom. It said, it's like it. In 31, it said, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Right? It said, and Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me? Right? 33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob, right? Verse 34. It said, then Jacob gave Esau bread and a pottage of lentil, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So Esau didn't care about being, you know what I'm saying, getting no birthright from none of that. He despised it anyway. You know what I'm saying? The Lord knew he despised it. You know what I'm saying? Jacob knew he despised it. That's why he even, you know what I'm saying, gave him the opportunity, right? So let's go to Romans. We're gonna go to Romans chapter 9, verse 13. They show you something else about Esau that a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, don't know about it or they just ignore it. Because in a minute, I mean, every Christian will tell you that God loves everybody, but we just got to learn about Jacob and Esau, right? So the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 13 says, as it is written. Now we can go to where it's written, that it's written in Malachi, third chapter, right? It said, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated, right? So the Most High hated Esau, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? And that's why separation, you know what I'm saying, is so important, right? Israel wants to separate from these people, but they are easily, you know what I'm saying, persuaded. You know what I'm saying? They want to separate, but they are so, they easily guided the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Esau, I mean, Shalakia, our people want to get out the scripture pole. Our sisters want to be out the scripture pole, but they, well, I got this money right here. You better come on. You don't get this money? Okay, well, forget it. I gotta get my money. They back on the scripture pole. Our brothers want to stop selling drugs because they know the consequences. You know what I'm saying? They know you're gonna either go to jail, another brother gonna try to rob you and take it. You're gonna end up owning yourself. You know what I'm saying? They want to stop, but they're persuaded. Hey, bro, come on, man. You gone down there. I got something else for you. You know what I'm saying? Go and get your bread up, man. You almost there. You know what I'm saying? You just getting the roll, little brother. Don't try to stop now. All right, go on, give me two more. You know what I'm saying? We want to do right, but we just easily persuaded to do otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And you have stiff-necked Israelites that don't even want to listen. You know what I'm saying? And they think if we just join America, we'll be better off. You know what I'm saying? Just join them. You know what I'm saying? They think, don't fight them. Let's just let them do their thing. We just do our thing. And you know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying? We'll be better off if we just, they celebrate Christmas. Okay, we're going to celebrate Christmas so we know it ain't got nothing to do with Jesus Christ. Okay, you want to celebrate Thanksgiving? Let's celebrate Thanksgiving. Even though we know that the Lord hates our feast days, especially when it's one, you know what I'm saying, celebrating the death of our people, so-called Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? The Lord hates that. The Lord don't want to celebrate no pagan holiday, especially not a holiday that represent the death of his people. Now, come on now. I know we got to be smarter than this. But anyway, let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? And our people, I also feel like staying in captivity is the way. You know what I'm saying? Well, when at least they ain't doing it like what they used to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go to work and clock in and get my check and sit back. I don't care about them niggas out there. I don't care what they doing. I go to work and I work hard. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna work hard all your life. And you're gonna buy that house and you're gonna pay taxes on that house to the day you die. You're not free. You know what I'm saying? We are in captivity. And they feel like, well, they're gonna follow their rules. You know what I'm saying? As long as we follow their rules, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But what they don't know is dying is better than joining these other nations. You know what I'm saying? We have a story about a sister and her son in the Maccabees that chose death before they ate the swine. You know what I'm saying? They chose death before they went against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They chose death. It's better to die. You know what I'm saying? It's better to just die than to say, okay, we're going to eat this pork and I'm going to teach my children this how we do it. You know what I'm saying? It's best to just die. You know what I'm saying? They like I be out there, we be out there on the streets and we be at war. And I feel like if I die, if one of these crazy Edomites jump the curb and just decide to run the camp over, I dive in front of the car. I try to save one of my brothers. I'd rather die like that than die in the hands of them and I'm trying to join with them. You know what I'm saying? As a fake friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to die for my enemy as a fake friend. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather die as an enemy. Just keep it 100, right? You know what I'm saying? We even have laws to follow. You know what I'm saying? We have laws not to follow the nations, right? We have laws not to follow these nations. Let me see. I'm going to bring it out. Let me see. Let me see if I'm going to bring this out right quick. We have laws to straight up not to follow these nations. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let's go to it right quick. We're going to go to the let me see. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7. Deuteronomy chapter 7. Let me see. We're going to go start at okay, we're going to start at verse 3. It said, neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, or his daughters shall thou take unto thy son. So the Most High is telling us we don't even marry them. Marriage, sex is marriage. You know what I'm saying? We don't marry them at all, right? It said, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly, right? So the Most High said if we join ourselves with these people, they're gonna get us to following other gods. You know what I'm saying? And what other gods are those? You know what I'm saying? What other things is that? Is Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Kemet, all these other false religions that don't even teach, you know what I'm saying, who the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are in the United States. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach us a thing. They just teach us how to disobey the Lord. They got a new sandwich just came out today, and we all know it got bacon on it. You know what I'm saying? They don't follow the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They are the Lord's enemies. You know what I mean? So let's read on. Let's go back up to where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, right, we got laws not to follow these nations, right? That's why we have Black Lives Matter, right? Why do you think we have Black Lives Matter? We have Black Lives Matter because since we are no longer their slaves, we need them to say that our lives matter. You get what I'm saying? Because we knew our lives didn't matter when we were slaves. And we are still slaves today. We just, you know what I'm saying, they just changed the word to, you know what I'm saying, employee or whatnot. But we are such slaves that we need for our oppressor to tell us that our lives matter, right? You know what I'm saying? Our oppressors have been chasing us and killing us for hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? In order to get out of our situation, we have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing that we can say or do to our oppressor to stop them from being the way they are. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord told us that, right? Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and we're going to read verse 13. I'll give y'all 3 seconds to get that. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13. It says, consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked? Who can straighten something that the Lord have made crooked? And first, it even told you consider the work, right? Consider the work of God. That means if he made them like that, accept it. Let them be like that. Don't you be with them. You know what I'm saying? You separate yourself from them. Don't be like, I don't know why he made them like that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't you be like them. You know what I'm saying? You separate yourself from them. Because who can make them straight if the Most High made them crooked? It ain't no coincidence that this been going on for 400 years. It ain't no coincidence that we've been marching, asking these people for justice and, you know what I'm saying, stop killing unarmed men and, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for years. This man is not going to stop. These people are not going to stop. Our oppressors are not going to stop. Why? Because the Lord made him that way. And you should consider the work of the Most High, right? You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor would never stop killing us out. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Ever, right? So let's go to the book of Proverbs. We're going to start at chapter 11. The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, and we're going to read verse 19, right? Salakia, the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, yeah, verse 19. I pushed it wrong. Verse 19, right? It says, as righteousness tender to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth to his own death. Read it again. As righteousness tended to life, right? Righteousness tended to life. What does that mean? Righteousness is like, if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, you are being righteous. If you love your brother as yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you're not transgressing the laws of the Most High, you are righteous in the sight of the Most High, right? And that brings you life. Following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High brings you life. Why? How? because you won't eat the foods that will kill you or give you problems in the long run. You won't do that. You won't get killed by the man next door because he caught you in the bed with his wife. Why? Because you follow the law of not committing adultery. You know what I'm saying? You won't you won't get killed by the the white guy down the street because he caught you coming through his window. Because the Lord said, "There shall not steal." You know what I'm saying? They are not following these laws, and you are not either. If you are putting yourself in those situations, right? So let's see. It says, I'm sorry. It said, as righteousness tended to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth to his own death. What does that mean? He that pursueth evil pursueth to his own death. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of somebody dying after they and somebody else set out to go rob somebody, and the person that they went to rob killed them? You know what I'm saying? He pursued his own death with an evil thought. The evil thought, well, let me go and take this what this brother over here got, or what this nigga over here got, or whoever it may be. Let me go take this from him, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me go take this from him, and that was the end. That was his last day because he was pursuing the evil. Hadn't he knew that if I go over here and try to take this from this brother, he gonna kill me? He would have never went. But just that evilness persuaded his evilness wanted him to go and take something so bad, and you know what I'm saying? It was his demise. That was the last thing he would ever try to take ever again. You know what I'm saying? Because that evilness he had in his heart, you know what I'm saying, got him killed, right? It says, let's keep reading. It says, it's verse 20. They that are forward hearted are abominations to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight, right? Verse 21. Through though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not, the wicked shall not be unpunished. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. What is this saying? Even though you got Billy Bob and I can't think of a person, Heather. You got Billy Bob and you got Heather and you got um, Ray Ray and John over here, and then you got some other oppressors around you. You know what I mean? Even though y'all join hands and they trying to act like they all cool and they tired of what's going on, even though y'all join a hand with these people, the Bible said they will not go unpunished. It said, though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, right? Even though y'all join hands with our oppressor, doesn't mean that they're not going to be punished. So no matter how much you say they are right, they helped us out, they donated $20. That has nothing to do with how the Lord made these people. And this is how these people are going to be no matter what. Nobody can change them. The Lord made them like that, and they're going to stay like that. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. Right? Then we're going to drop there. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18. We'll read Revelation 18, and we're going to start at, let me see. Let's start at 3. It say, the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. What does that mean? For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. That means all these nations, okay, first of all, her is Let's go to verse 2 first, so we can know who her is. Okay, verse 2, it said, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right? So this is Babylon we talk about, right? The Babylon the Great, you know what I'm saying? And we know this as America today. You know what I'm saying? Because no other place fits the description of Babylon like America today. No other place. You know what I'm saying? Babylon had all kind of things going on. All the people with her. You know what I'm saying? So like, so, you know what I'm saying? All the people was in Babylon. They was doing all kind of madness, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so, y'all break y'all something. Like, yeah. So this is Babylon the Great right here. That's why y'all got anything? Y'all good? So we talking about the importance of separation. You know what I'm saying? Separating from our oppressor because of what's going on in the world today, and how people think just because they hold hands with our oppressor that just so happen they just gonna help us out. You know what I'm saying? We went through a few scriptures already. You know what I'm saying? So right now we on the book of Revelation chapter 4. You know what I mean? So like the book of Revelation chapter 18. And I started at verse 2 so we can get it all together, right? So I'm finna read it now. It say, the book of Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. It say, and he cried mighty with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is falling, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. What does this mean? When it says Babylon, you know what I'm saying, the great is talking about America. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the greatest place. I mean, that's the greatest nation on the face of the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? He said it's become a habitation of devils. That means liars or deceivers. That's what you want to lie to somebody, you come to America. They gonna believe everything you say, whatever. Every religion is in America. Every nation of people is in America. It's just like Babylon. You know what I'm saying? It's like and holds every foul spirit. What's a foul spirit? You know what I'm saying? A foul spirit is like somebody want to be a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? A spirit is a feeling. It's just to make it simple. You know what I'm saying? Spirit just means you feel this way. You know what I'm saying? Having the Holy Spirit is like you just have the spirit to serve the Lord, and that's separate from everything else. You know what I'm saying? A spirit is just a feeling. You can have a evil spirit, a hateful spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a spirit is how you feel, right? So it said every foul spirit. That means every foul spirit is here. The pedophile, you know what I'm saying, child molestation. I just find things like it. But all of you know what I'm saying, homosexuality. You know what I mean? Those are all foul spirits, you know what I'm saying? Or even lying about the Most High, the foul spirit, you know what I'm saying? Making up your own God, you know what I'm saying? Want to kill an unarmed black man in the street for no reason. That's a foul spirit, you know what I'm saying? So this is the hold form, you know what I'm saying? Because you have Africans that was gay, but they know they can't be gay in Africa. What do you think they're coming to? They're coming to America like Eddie Murphy now. You know what I'm saying? They coming to America. Them Iranians got gay. Iranians over there. They coming to America to be gay. Them Iranians got them women that look like ninjas and you can't ever see them. What they look like, they want to be whores too. Where do they go? They come to America. because they can't be no hoes over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't walk out with all they showing whatever they want to show. Ain't no strip club in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? What's up, go ahead, sis?
So you think that's why a lot of them fled from the um, Middle East when the Taliban took over?
Right, they had to go. Them folks is chopping heads off. They is not playing with them folks. Ain't no gay pride over there nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that going on over. They know it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They do not play that.
Right.
If when they come over here and they see what they doing over here, they would never go back to. They'll never go back. They probably kill themselves for they and take their visa from them until you got to go back.
Right.
Shh. They do not want to go back. They might well die in America for they cause they not having it over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm yet to see like gay Chinese people in China. I'm sure it is because they want to be, but they frown upon it. You gonna, I mean, you gonna get backlash from it over there. You know what I'm saying? But in America, you might even get your own bathroom. You can get you can take the lowest rainbow. You can walk around with that. Don't worry about it. He ain't using it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You can do whatever you want to do in America. Right. This is Babylon, right? You know what I'm saying? It said, verse 3, it said, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, which means whatever America come up with or whatever they condone in, the other nations have did it also. You know what I'm saying? America want to oppress the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. The other nations want to do it also. That's why that the African man will leave whatever little village he from, come all the way over here and be over niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Set up shop in our neighborhood and we watch them get rich right in our face. You know what I'm saying? Why they selling us loose cigarettes and, you know what I'm saying, Black and Miles and all this. Right here, they get rich right in our face. And but then they want us to think we the same people. But we're not the same people, right? Well, let's keep going. It say, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, right? The kings of the earth, which means, for instance, like the United Nations, you know what I'm saying? Or like the presidents, Vladimir Putin, the presidents are the kings or the people that's ruling. Because they don't really have real kings and queens now anyway, but they're just the people that's ruling the people. It said, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich. You know what I'm saying? The merchants of the earth is those Africans, those Chinese, Japanese, and East Indians, and Koreans, and all them people that came over here and set up shop and got rich. They have waxed rich through the abstinence of her delicacies, right? You know what I'm saying? So like through the abandon of her delicacies, right? Verse 4, it said, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So when it's saying come out of her, what does that mean? Anybody know what they mean when it says come out of her? What you got, Susan?
Concept, like stop, like stop doing, stop saying this.
Okay, I see where you're going. Like stop doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? What you got something?
It's basically the same what you said. Like don't do what they do.
Right. How about you, brother? Basically, this is what it's saying, but it's like come out of her ways, come out of her philosophies. You know what I'm saying? Come out of them activities. You know what I'm saying? It's like stop making them rich. You know what I'm saying? Stop going by that nasty turkey. You know what I'm saying? You can cook turkey any day in November. Don't do it on the fourth Thursday of the month. Right. Because you know what I'm saying? That's how they get rich off of it. They know guaranteed they finna sell 100 million turkeys before, you know what I'm saying, the 26th of this month. They automatically know this. But if we come out of her and we don't buy them turkeys because it's gonna be Thanksgiving for their holiday, We already celebrating a holiday that, you know what I'm saying, that's celebrating the death of our people. You know what I'm saying? That ain't in the Bible. What kind of holiday is that? You know what I'm saying? That's their holiday. It's not our holiday. You know what I'm saying? But they know we're gonna follow it. They know we're gonna go buy the little pumpkins that we got left over from Halloween. We're gonna buy them for Thanksgiving. We're gonna decorate the little Thanksgiving with the little dry leaves and all kind of little goofy stuff around the house. And that's how they get their money because we following her. The Most High said, "Come out of it." You know what I'm saying? No more following Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? No more celebrating Christmas. You know that had nothing to do with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Christ never celebrated birthday. You know what I'm saying? His first miracle was turning water into wine. I can imagine how his parties would have been. You know what I'm saying? Christ didn't celebrate birthdays. Why is we doing it? Because they do. You know what I mean? So it said come out of her. You know what I'm saying? Where I was at? Shalakia. It say, come out of her, my people, that ye not be partakers of her sins. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a sin to, you know what I'm saying, eat bacon or pork. You know what I'm saying? Where every time they come out with a sandwich, you got bacon on it. The baconator. All that, you know what I'm saying? I ordered a baconator and told her don't put no bacon on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted the big sandwich. I don't want the little sandwich. Just don't put no bacon on it. You know what I'm saying? For real. They putting bacon on everything. I had some green. What bacon doing in the green beans? Where we gonna go? I'm gonna get that. I'm still mad about the green beans. For real. But you know what I'm saying? It said don't be partakers of their sin. Let them eat the cats and the bats. You know what I'm saying? Because if we eat what they eat, then we gonna get her plagues. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a and they and that ye receive not of her plagues. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't hanging around them other nations. Probably not one black so-called black Hispanic Native American probably would have never got corona because it came from them. It came from China. We ain't going back and forth to China. You know what I'm saying? We ain't shipping boxes and doing all this kind of deals and shit with China. They doing it. So we wasn't hanging around them. We wasn't around them. You know what I'm saying? We would have never even got, you know what I'm saying, corona, all them other diseases or anything else that we was actually following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But our people rather follow our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? And it's already understood that, you know, they're not following the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me see, where is it? Let's go back up to 4. It's saying, and I heard another voice from heaven. Now, who was that saying? Who was that voice from heaven? You know what I'm saying? It's the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said that they heard that, you know what I'm saying, heard the voice from heaven, right? It's saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Verse 5, it said, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquity. America has did so much sin, it have reached into heaven. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but destruction coming for this place. You know what I'm saying? America has sinned so much, her iniquities have reached into heaven. You know what I'm saying? Verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she left half filled, to her double, right? So what she did to the so-called black Hispanic Native American, the Lord said we're gonna reward her the way she rewarded us, but we're gonna give her double. It's gonna be double. You know what I'm saying? So our people think just if we just join hands with them, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case, guys. We've been trying to march and, you know what I'm saying, all this for over 60 years. It's not working, right? Let's see why it's not working, right? let's go to the book of Job, chapter 9, and we're gonna read verse 24. The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. And this is why no matter how much we march and beg and join hands and dance and sing for them, it's never gonna work. You know what I'm saying? They're not ever gonna stop killing us. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, verse 24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he, right? It say the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. We all know who runs the earth right now, right? Can't no other people say they run the earth but the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, you might say America ain't running the world. They can't mess with Russia. They white people too. They Caucasians also. They just brothers. You know what I'm saying? And brothers fight sometimes, but they ain't never push them buttons because they know they got a bigger fight coming. You know what I'm saying? They got a big fight coming. You got a question, brother? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got a big fight coming. The Most High coming with the angels. Right. And they got to be ready. They ain't got time to be fighting with each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. It said the earth given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who is the judges? Anybody know who the judges is? Who are the judges?
Black man.
But just put it all together.
Jews.
No, the judge. You got it right. But instead of saying black man, what would you say? All of them together. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Yeah,
the who? The who though?
The Israelites.
The Israelites, lady. Right. So you know what I'm saying? They cover the faces of the Israelites because we're gonna judge this earth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna judge it righteously. They ain't gonna be able to eat pig when we in leadership. Right. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to molest children and do all these abominable holidays and you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to do that when we rule. You know what I'm saying? And the judges is also the Most High in Christ because they cover their faces up too. When we watch the Ten Commandments, it was a white boy. Moses talking about let my people go. That was a whole white boy. Even the Egyptians were white. Yeah. Damn. How you know which people is which? All y'all white. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they even covered the faces of all the judges. Moses, they covering our face right now because they saying that we are in our land right now. They saying the Israelites are in their land right now. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites is in America, and then all the ghettos all over America, and then and Haiti and you know what I'm saying, Haitian. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And all these very poor countries because of America. You know what I'm saying? Did what they did. You know what I'm saying? So the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop there. Let's go to let me see. Let's go to Genesis chapter 46 right quick. Because we listen to Martin Luther King, right? But we should have listened to Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King was like, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to see little black boys and little white girls hold hands and walk through the park and sing Negro spirituals. And he just had it all planned out. Right. But really what he was saying is he want him a white woman. He tired of marching up down the street with these niggas talking about these white people doing this and that because he loves white women. You know what I'm saying? He only got Coretta once he wanted to be a civil rights or whatever, activist or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at first he was, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he loved white women. You know what I'm saying? His name wasn't even Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Nigga name was Michael, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So we should have been listening to this Bible other than Martin Luther King, right? So they go to Genesis 40, chapter 46, and we're gonna see what Joseph was talking about. We're gonna go to start at verse 31. Now this is in the beginning of the book, right? Genesis chapter 46, verse 31. We're gonna read all the way down. It say, and Joseph said unto his brethren and unto his father's house, I will go up and show Pharaoh and say unto him, my brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me, right? So he's saying all his brothers and everybody that had something to do with his father's house have came to him from the land of Canaan, right? And he said, and the men are shepherds, for they trade have been to feed cattle, and they have brought their flock and their herds and all that they have. So Joseph is telling Pharaoh that his brothers and everybody that live with his father or nieces or whatever they are, you know what I'm saying? They came to him right from the land of Canaan, right? It said the men are shepherds. You know what I'm saying? They've been dealing with cattle, you know what I'm saying, all their life, right? Now we finna see why Joseph was telling them to say this, right? It says, so like let me read 32 one more time, saying the men are shepherds, for their trade have been to feed cattle, and they have brought forth flock and their herds and all that they have. And it shall come to pass when Pharaoh shall call you and shall say, what is your occupation, right? So Joseph getting his brothers ready for when Pharaoh come and ask them, what is their occupation? Y'all gonna understand why I'm reading y'all this in a minute, right? Joseph getting his brothers ready. I'm finna show you why. Verse 34, it says, that ye shall say, thy servants' trade have been about cattle from our youth, even unto now, both we and also our fathers, right? That we may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians. So do y'all get why I said that? Do anybody understand why I read those verses? What you got?
Concept to like make the distinction that we not, or like to let it be known that we not African, we're not part of it.
Not really. It's kind of, but not really.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got something?
I was gonna say, to get ready to go to war.
No. How about you, bro? Joseph was smart to tell his brothers to say that they were shepherds because the Egyptians, it's an abomination for the Egyptians to even be around shepherds. So what Joseph did was made sure his brothers was gonna be separate from the Egyptians. He didn't want his brothers walking around the Egyptians, walking like Egyptians and all that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want his brothers like that. So he told his brothers to tell them that they were shepherds. So Pharaoh, so they won't even be around them. He knew to separate from the other nation. Joseph knew that. You know what I'm saying? Joseph didn't want his brothers with the long stretched out neck with the rings going around their neck. He didn't want them with the plate in the lip. What's up, sis? I mean, Shalai, go ahead.
So he's telling the new family that's coming from their old like Canaan into Egypt. He's telling them what to say so they can be not look at what's going on in Egypt, like so they won't follow.
Well, so Pharaoh can give them their own land because they in his land. So if he tell them that they're shepherds, they don't want to hang around shepherds. This is abomination. So like it's abomination for us to eat pork. So we don't eat pork. So it's abomination for them to be around the shepherds. So Pharaoh can get them their own land. You know what I'm saying? Send them over here. But Joseph wanted them to be separate. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole point of, you know what I'm saying, me reading it, because Joseph knew it was best for him to be separate from, you know what I'm saying, his these other nations. Because like God, like the Most High said in Deuteronomy, that these people will turn you away from, you know what I'm saying, following him, and you will follow other gods. You know what I'm saying? Now we talking about New Year's Eve in the middle of the winter, because that came from the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, but it came from the other nation. Ain't no New Year in the dead of winter. You know what I'm saying? If anything new, that means it's gonna replenish itself. So the New Year is when the earth start back to grow flowers and leaves and stuff like that. That's how you can tell this it's alive, because it's dead right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The trees is dead, except for like the evergreen trees. They don't, but the trees are dead right now, right? Let's get there. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 7. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start at verse 2. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 2. It say, and when the Lord thy God shall deliver you, shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, which means kill them, and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show no mercy unto them, right? Verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord, it's like it. Yeah, so will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly, right? So the Lord is saying, don't marry these people. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no covenants with them. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High said, when he bring these nations before us, kill them, utterly destroy them. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no covenant, no agreement, show them no mercy. You know what I'm saying? Sound like he getting the game ready to go slide on some other, you know what I'm saying, on the ops. That's what it sounds like. Don't show them no mercy. Face shot one of them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like he hates them, right? It's like verse 5 say, but thou shalt ye deal with them. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. What is that saying? All these so-called Christian churches, all these they used to sell us pork hot dogs in the church. So all this gotta come down. Come. All this gotta come down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta break every statue they got resurrected around, all they gotta come down. All the the big building with Christ hanging on, all this gotta come down. You know what I'm saying? It's like verse 6 say, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of this earth, right? So we are a separate people from other people. We chosen. You know what I'm saying? We are special people to the Most High. We're above these people. You don't see the rich man hanging with the bums. You know what I'm saying? You don't see, you know what I'm saying? You don't see the Democrats. Nah, it's like that was good one, but you don't see, you know what I'm saying, the opposite hang around each other. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see the uppity people hanging with the ghetto folks. Well, they kind of do that. Because the ghetto folks is getting money, you know what I'm saying, from the uppity people to, you know what I'm saying, entertain them and whatnot. Okay, we're going to read verse 7. It say, the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you because you were more in numbers than any people, for ye were the fears of all people, right? So the Lord didn't choose us because it was a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let me see, verse 8, it say, But because the Lord loved you, and because he will keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, out of the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, right? So we are holy people, you know what I'm saying? We are separate people. We don't belong with no other nation doing nothing these people talking about, celebrating no holidays they got, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we don't understand what happened to us when we follow other nations. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some of that. Let's get the book of Psalms, chapter 106. The book of Psalms, chapter 106, and we're gonna start at verse 32. We're gonna read on down this John too. Okay, let me see. Okay, the book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 32. It say, they angered him also at the waters of strife, so that it went ill with Moses for their sake, right? It say, because they provoked his spirit, so that he spoke unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them. So they didn't destroy them people, right? The Lord told them to destroy them, and they didn't destroy them, right? It say, but were mangled among the heathen and learned their works, right? So they mixed in with the heathens, you know what I'm saying? And they learned how to celebrate these pagan holidays because they mixed in with them. They were mingling with them, right? You know what I'm saying? It say, and they served their idols. So the nations that we went into, we started serving their idols. This is why our people have the religion of mostly all the nations on the face of the earth because they all had us in captivity before. The Muslims had us before. That's why we was Muslims. The Christians had us. Glad we Christians now. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese had us. We was Buddha. Whatever they was doing, you know what I'm saying? Whatever our oppressor was doing, that's what we did. That's why some of our families was Baptists. They ain't because they chose to be Baptists, it's because their slave master was Baptist or their ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And they passed it down. Or they was Pentecostal, or they was whatever they was. They made a church out of John the Baptist's name. I don't understand it at all. John wasn't even supposed to baptize no more. What's going on? Christ came and John said he would no longer baptize with water, he would baptize with fire and his word. Why is they still baptized? I don't know. But now we Baptists and all this other, you know what I'm saying? When I say we, you know what I'm saying, I don't separate myself from our people, you know what I'm saying, even though we know the truth, but as a whole, we still in the same situation. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, and they served their idols. It's like, which were a snare unto them. What does that mean? What is a snare? What you got? A snare? No. What you got? A trap. It's like a trap. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's a trap, but it's like something that you can do that'll end and you'll end up in a bad place. Like going to sell drugs with my partners was a snare for me because I went to sell them drugs and ended up in jail or ended up getting robbed and shot or killed or ended up on the dope that I went to go sell. It was a snare for me. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let's keep going. You got, okay, it says, you know what I'm saying? A snare to them, right? Verse 37. Yet they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. How do we do that today? How do we sacrifice our sons and daughters unto the devils?
The internet.
The internet. There's a lot of it on the internet.
Christianity.
Who?
Making our kids into Christians.
Turning them into Christians.
Like Greek.
Okay, for time's sake, we sacrifice our children, you know what I'm saying, sons and daughters unto devils, is when we get them to celebrate Christmas, you know what I'm saying, or 4th of July or Easter. Bunny rabbits don't lay eggs. You know what I'm saying? Those are lies. Those are liars. We sacrifice them to the liars that came up with all this nonsense about Christ born on the 25th, or, you know what I'm saying, all this dumbness, all this pagan holidays and rituals that they do, because those are rituals. You know what I'm saying? Putting a tree in your house and putting lights on it and putting presents on it, it's a ritual. You know what I'm saying? And when you bow down to pick up them presents, you bow down to that tree. You know what I'm saying? They are smart. They are cunning. You know what I'm saying? They know how to make us worship their gods without us knowing, because they know we're gonna follow this God in this book, because they know who we are. And the closest thing we can find to getting to the Most High have been Christianity, or have been Islam, or because we have really no idea about this book, because we depend on people to tell us about it, and we don't look to read. And like we're doing now, we read, we take notes, we go back and look over it again. We ask other people, you know what I'm saying, just in the school, because we don't have an agenda, you know what I'm saying. I want to teach. I want our people to learn the law, statutes, and commandments. I want to be separated from these people. I want Christ to return so we can get put on high above all the other nations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to get paid. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm paid with some extra days already, because I could have been dead a long time ago. But I found this truth, and I found out why I shouldn't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I could have died a few years ago, you know what I'm saying, because I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, do something I had no business. Right. You know what I mean? I can't imagine the things I used to do, because that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody else now. I ain't that person no more. You know what I'm saying? That nigga dead. You know what I'm saying? That nigga gone. I'm not that nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? I separated myself from the mother nation. You know what I'm saying? And they little vices and whatever they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So we sacrifice our sons and daughters unto devils when we tell them that, you know what I'm saying, tell them about Christmas and teach them about birthdays, and tell them the little girls when they're little girl, when you go up, you better get a man that's gonna give you some. You know what I'm saying? And now you got them same little girls from back then walking down the street, waiting on a man to get them some for whatever play with it they want. They all out there. I guarantee you, them some of them little girls that they told, if you mess with a nigga, you better make sure they got something for you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't know that was meant right then and there, or you know what I'm saying, we're not. I am trying to watch what I say, should like it. If it don't just really come out right, because I am not trying to say the wrong thing, but let me see. It's a verse 38, you know what I'm saying? It says, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood, right? So they even sacrificed their own, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Verse 39, thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions. Now that's crazy. They were defiled with their own works. The things that they were doing was defiling us, right? We was being defiled by following them, but they also were defiled by their own works. You know what I'm saying? The things that they were doing themselves defiled them too. You know what I'm saying? And they went a whoring with their own inventions, right? Mm-hmm. So that means they invented something, and they invented the picture. Go ahead, sis.
You can continue.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? They invented the picture of Christ, that he was a white man with blue eyes. Now, when you show them that that's not true, you got some white people that actually think that Christ had blue eyes and blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? They actually believe it. Old girl said on TV, well, we all know that God is white and Christ is white. We all know that. Said that on national TV. That ain't what the Bible say. So they have even fooled themselves. You know what I'm saying? They have fooled themselves already. You know what I'm saying? It's like verse 4, it says, therefore was the wrath of the Lord, Kamayala. That's my name right there. Salaki. Yeah, therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, as so much that he abhorred his own inheritance. So by us following these other nations, you know what I'm saying, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against us, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he abhorred his own inheritance. His own inheritance, he abhorred it. The people that he got, that was his people, he abhorred it. How did he abhor it? Slavery, plagues, diseases, drugs, you know what I'm saying? The violence, the murder, you know what I'm saying? That's how we got paid back for that. But we can't blame on the Most High because we followed these other nations. You know what I'm saying? Separation is the key to salvation. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to your enemy. Because your enemy is not going to stop being your enemy. Earlier I brought out the verse where it says, who can make straight what the Most High made crooked? I'm paraphrasing. The Most High made them like that. Ain't nothing we can do to stop them from hating us or just being all out wicked. They wicked. The earth will give them to the hands of the wicked. The white man runs the world. You know what I'm saying? Simply that. Let me see what I going. Let me see. Okay, verse 41. It said, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. Now that's hard right there. He gave his people that he inherited unto the hands of the heathens, right? Mm-hmm. And they that hated them ruled over them. So the people that hated us rule over us. That's happening right now today. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The so-called white man, woman, and child hate us, and they ruled over us. But we wanted them to rule over us because we didn't follow what the Most High said. And these people know when we're not following the Most High, he's not going to be with us. You know what I'm saying? They can easily conquer us. Yeah. Because back then, like, y'all don't like the movie 300?
Smart.
Yeah, right. But I'm not saying we were those people. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is we fought like them people. That's probably where they got the idea from. We fought like them people. We'll go to war and one man would kill 10,000 men by himself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord was with us. We'll go to war and won't none of us die. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord was with us. But now, since the Lord is not with us, you know what I'm saying? We barely can fight a cold. You know what I'm saying? We need help with the cold. We need some emergency or something for this cold. The Lord is not with us no more. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. It's like their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought unto subjection under their hand. You know what I'm saying? Our enemies oppress us. Who is our enemy? Every other nation besides the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are our enemies because they all benefit from our oppression. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They are our enemies. Until we realize who our enemies are, and that we need to separate from these people, we are going to stay in the conditions that we are in, right? Go ahead, sis. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10, and we're gonna read down from there, chapter 10 right quick. We're gonna start at verse 1. I say, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speak unto you, O house of Israel, because the Lord only deals with one nation, one people. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob had 13 sons and a daughter. Some people don't know Jacob had 13 sons. The tribe of Dan didn't become a tribe. You know what I'm saying? So like it. I don't know, I might have. No, he had 12. Because Joseph had 2 tribes, Ephraim and Manasseh. So they were made 12. What you got, Chris?
I was gonna say I think the tribe of Dan had too many girls.
Right. They amongst the other tribes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was wrong when I said he had 13 sons. He had 12. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let's read. So this is the house of Israel. He only speaks to the house of Israel. Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. What are some signs of heaven that we shouldn't be dismayed with? Go ahead.
They call spaceships.
Spaceships? Well, spaceships is more like man-made, though. If you know what I'm saying, the spaceship would be like more like man-made.
I'm thinking more like extraterrestrial, like the alien ships they be saying they see.
No, you kind of overthinking it.
Okay.
Think of something that you see every day that you don't know why it's there. It's just there. It's every day. You can't explain it. You can't touch it. It's just there. But it's a sign of heaven. Huh?
Like clouds and stuff.
Clouds? What else? Well, not necessarily clouds, but you close. The signs of heaven is like the sun, the moon, the stars. You know what I'm saying? You know how it say, I'm gonna read this verse again. It say, thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. So this is the way of the heathen, right? Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, which is like the moon. So you got a whole religion with the crescent moon with the star on it. That's a sign of heaven, right?
Nature.
Huh?
They worship nature.
Yeah, the zodiac signs. They reading the stars and the star lines up with that. And I'm a Gemini. All this whole that ain't, you know what I'm saying? We not like the heathens. We use the sign. We use the moon and the stars for a reason. We use it to do what?
Tell time.
To tell time and know when another month begins. That's what we use it for. We don't use it to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm lucky between the moon going up tomorrow, and we don't use it for that. You know what I'm saying? We don't worship the signs, the stars and the moon and all that. We don't use it for that. We use it just to tell time. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep up with our feast days. You know what I'm saying? Because back then there wasn't no clocks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Jesus, what time it is? You know, nigga, like, man, it's out. Nah, you have to look at the sky and see how far the sun is on the sky, or you know what I'm saying? That's why this famous say you gotta get out of here by sundown. That means that you got to the end of this day. Because when the sun go down, it's a new day. You know what I'm saying? When the sun just went down just then, it's a new day. Now it's supposed to be Tuesday right now. But in America, they say the day changes over at 12 o'clock. But this is already a new day right here. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep reading. It say, don't be disliked. It say, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain, right? That means it's nothing. It means nothing, right? It said, for one cut of a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. So, nigga go on the forest with an axe, chop down the tree, right? It say, verse 4 say, they deck it with silver and with gold, right? They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. Now, I know y'all done heard this song. The white boy was like, silver and gold, the junk up. Ain't got no flavor to it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? That's what they talking about. This is in Jeremiah chapter 10. Christ wasn't even thought of right now. But they done fooled us into putting that tree that they cut out the forest with that axe and deck it with the silver and the gold. They tricked us to putting it in our house, talking about it's Christ's birthday. That's what they done did. They done tricked us into believing it's Christ's birthday, right? Okay, verse 5, it said, they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. Why is it saying that they speak not? Because back then when they was actually doing it, they thought that if you didn't put this tree in your house and give it gifts, it'll come alive and kill you. That's what they believed back then, right? It say, they are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must need to be born because they cannot go. That means you got to carry them. You know what I'm saying? Because they thought they'd come alive and get to walking and kill you. You know what I'm saying? It say, be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. So you don't do evil or good, but it's a custom that's it's in vain, right? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do what the heathens doing. Because this got something to do with the heathens worshiping the signs of heaven. Christmas do. But they don't never talk about this part. Because they believe that during December, on December 25th, that's when the earth is closest to the sun. Or the moon, or one of them. I don't know which one it is. The sun. You know what I'm saying? And it's also supposed to be Nimrod's birthday. That's who the tree for. Nimrod mama said that he died and his spirit went into a tree. And if you don't give this tree gifts, it's gonna come to life and kill you. And that's where Christmas come from. It has nothing to do with Christ. None whatsoever. Let me see. Okay, it say verse 6. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might, right? Verse 7. Who will not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doeth it appearance, for as much as among all the wise men of the nation and in all of their kingdoms there is none like unto thee, saying ain't nobody like the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Period whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Verse 8 said, but they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanity. So all these fake holidays and things that these other nations come up with, we should not, you know what I'm saying, partake in them. Period. None whatsoever. I'm gonna bring out about 2 more scriptures and we probably go ahead and end the class and see what time it is. Yeah, we'll. Well, which one? Let me see. Bring out 2 Corinthians, and we're gonna go chapter 6. Chapter 6, verse 16. We'll start at 16. Make sure. Yeah, come on. We'll start at 16. Okay. The book of First Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 16. And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? That's a great question. And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? Can anybody answer that question?
You said First Corinthians.
Now the book of Second Corinthians.
So it's second.
Yeah. So like did I say First Corinthians? So like if I did, I might have said First Corinthians. The book of Second Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 16. It's like, and what agreement have the temple of God with idols? Mm-hmm. Do anybody know what agreement the temple of God have with idols?
He didn't make one, did he?
Huh?
I said he didn't make one.
He didn't make no agreement. Okay. I ain't no agreement. Okay, come on. I ain't no agreements with the temple of God with no idols. We don't agree. The Lord don't agree with that. Them idols. You know what I'm saying? He told us don't follow idols. We don't follow, you know what I'm saying, what the other nations do. Those are idols. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It say, for ye are the temple of the living God. As God has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people, right? Mm-hmm. So let's keep going. Therefore came out, it's like it, therefore come out from among them. There you hear it again. Come out from among them. What does that mean? Come out from among them. Go ahead, sister. Separate. Separate. Come out from among them. Separate. Leave their philosophies and all those lies they done taught you. Leave it where it's at. Come out from among them. I gotta say like the Lord said. Out from say, get away from around. You know what I'm saying? Come out from among them. You know what I'm saying? And they shall be my people, though. It's like it. I can't read it like that. It's as God have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come from among them. So the only way we can actually be the Lord's people and He be our God is if we come out from among them. You know what I'm saying?
So like I said, it's a precept for Deuteronomy 7 chapter. Is that a precept?
It can. Right, but it's kind of touching on the same subject, but I'm not sure if it's like the UPK precept. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not sure about that. Right, but it's still on the same thing because it's saying that, you know what I'm saying. Well, it's not saying the exact same thing because, you know, when we use the precepts, we like to have the same like exact words in there. You know what I'm saying? But it might be in a different, you know what I'm saying, format or whatnot. So this can go with, but you know the whole Bible goes with itself. Like it don't contradict itself. Right. So it can be a precept, but I don't know if we would use that for a precept. You said for Deuteronomy 76?
7th chapter.
Yes. Yeah, the 7th chapter. Like the verse 6? Yeah. What you just read. Yeah, that we are holy people unto the Lord our God. Right. This can be, it's close to it. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But he's saying that, you know what I'm saying, he will be our people. I mean, he will be our God and we his people, but we have to, you know what I'm saying, we have to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Verse 17 said, wherefore come from among them and be ye separate, said the Lord. Now you probably can use that for, you know what I'm saying, if you bring both of them together, both of them verses together, you probably can make that as a precept. It said, wherefore come from among them and be ye separate, said the Lord, and touch not unclean things, and I will receive you. So the Lord is telling us here, Come out from them. Leave them alone. Leave their stuff alone. Let's be holy. Let's be separate from these people. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop touching the unclean things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he will receive us, right? So this plain and simple right there. Verse 18, it said, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and my daughters, said the Lord Almighty. You know what I'm saying? So if we come out of these people, we start following these different, you know what I'm saying, holidays and religions and idols and rituals and you know what I'm saying? If it don't come from the Most High, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? If it come from anybody else, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can even make it better. If it don't come from the ISUPK,
Right.
don't do it.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying it because I'm UPK, right? Because I studied for like 5 years, all the different, you know what I'm saying, groups. But UPK is a school, so I had to, that's why I kind of hesitated. I didn't want to say, you can't put UPK even in the category with them because we're not like them. That's why we say we're not affiliated with them. They do things that we don't condone in. They teach things that's not according to the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? So, but by me studying each one of them, I could tell which one the Lord was with. It took me 5 years though to decide to, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna be UPK. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord led me the right way. I was stayed directly around the corner from the Purple Cats, directly around the corner. I used to walk my dog around there and talk to him. And I had my female friend at the time with me. You know what I'm saying? And one of the guys was like, hey, if you know, now he asked us, was I married? Was we married? And I was like, I mean, what you mean married? Like sex marriage? He was like, nah. He was like, you got to like actually go get papers. And I'm like, what? I'm like, sex is marriage. He was like, nah, man, you know, it's saying do the rhyme, you gotta, in all things, you gotta get it from your oppressor. And I'm like, nigga, what? He was like, yeah, man. So you know, if a brother wanna talk to her, and you ain't got no paper on her, you can't get mad about it. That's what the nigga told me. And I was halfway still in the word in. So I ain't gonna say what transpired after that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what?
Right.
That mindset I got to have. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? The moral of this class was to separation is the key to salvation from our oppressor. So we have to separate, and separating it just simply means to don't follow them. Leave their customs alone. Whatever they got going on, let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Let's come back to the Most High and let's do these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? That's our only way out. That's the way that he will be our Father and we can be his children. That's the only way. We have tried everything. You know what I'm saying? We tried everything, every religion. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think of what else to try.
Yeah.
Other than following these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a living witness that this is the truth. You know what I'm saying? I see things that I do and be like, damn, I did that. And the Lord still got me here. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All right, boy. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and end the class with that. Y'all go ahead and y'all get a Lord a hand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna end the class with that. You know what I'm saying? Shalom Yahweh, Shalom Yahweh, Barakatah to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh, Shema Al Thabah, Shalom Yahweh to the sisters. Shalom Israel.